Just made it to Hog Pen Gap. It's at mile 38 or 38.1 of the Appalachian Trail. Drove down to Georgia this morning. I was originally supposed to start heading out this way this evening, and then the plan was to spend the night in the parking lot here at Hog Pen Gap and start out my trip tomorrow morning, but I was able to get away a little earlier, so I figured I'd drive up first thing this morning. There was not supposed to be rain today, but we're sitting in a cloud right now and it's misting a little bit. Not too bad, it's about 59 degrees. So not sure exactly what filming is going to be like today with not knowing what the weather's going to do. I don't have much of any reception up here, so can't really check it. But the plan is to go up to the Georgia-North Carolina border and probably spend the last night there at Bly Gap, which is just past the border. Probably plan to do it in about 3 days, maybe finish up on the morning of the fourth day and then catch a shuttle back to the car either Monday evening or Tuesday morning. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyways, it was an uneventful drive and ready to get hiking. So I will share as much as I can. Like I said, without knowing what the weather's going to do, we'll have to just kind of play that by ear, but ready to go. All right, so right out of the parking lot of Hog Pen Gap, car all locked up and ready to go. And it heads straight up, it looks like, to, I think, something called like Poor Man Mountain. But we are 4.4 from Low Gap and 14 from Unicoi. And then there's the Hog Pen Gap sign. So, oh, it's kind of crazy being up here in this cloud. Yeah, I'm still not far from the car, but it's just like totally windy and chilly. And when I got off at Hog Pen last year, or well, on the last trip up here, the weather was crazy like this, but it was like in the low 40s or high 30s or something like that. And I just remember being completely frozen and like couldn't wait to warm up. So yeah, we'll see how this trip goes. Should be interesting. Yeah, so the weather is insane right now. It's super windy and it's kind of chilly. And that's just like what it was the last time I was out here. So Hog Pen Gap strikes again. So yeah, just gonna cruise for a while. Hopefully get out of this cloud a bit. We'll get some better shots. I've seen a few people already, just a couple miles in. Trying to slow my pace up a little bit. I hopped out of the car and just like I normally do with most trips, I'm all pumped and start cruising really quick, and yeah, just get out of the gate a little too quick and then just regulate my pace here for a second. So got a couple things going for this trip. This is going to be the first real test of the modifications I made to the Z-Pax Nero with the new closure system on the top. And then it's also going to be a test of a new little project I've had going where I was kind of torn with the pocket tarp. Made the doors, the storm doors for the pocket tarp, obviously. I made a video about that, and then I made a bathtub floor for it, a Cuban bathtub floor. And then I've been using the Sea to Summit Nano Net, and I like it. It's really lightweight. It's like 2.9 ounces, and it works pretty well, but it's asymmetrical, and that always bothered me. So I didn't have as much room to like sit up in the middle as I did if I sat like closer to the head end. But I usually, just out of, you know, creature of habit, I get in and out of the foot end or on that side. So that always that just bothered me a bit. So I picked up some 1/2 ounce per square yard netting from Ripsaw by the Roll, and I basically made a nano net that's symmetrical out of that. half-ounce stuff, and it's almost as light as the Nano net. It's got, I want to say it came in like right at 3.6 ounces, but it's bigger. So it definitely, when I set it up after making it, I thought it was really nice. I clipped it into the pocket tarp, so it's all in there, and I've just tested it in the yard, but I brought it on this strip. With the way the weather is going, I mean, it's got to be close to the hottest part of the day. It's like 1 something, and it's in the 50s. I doubt there will be any bugs out, so I don't even really need the bug net, but I brought it. It'll be a good chance to try it out anyways. That way I'll know for next spring. Going into winter, I'll just be putting the thing away. But yeah, so this is all I've been staring at for a little while. I'll check back in when we get to something cool, or yeah. All right, down off of Poor Man Mountain and at the lower elevation. We aren't up in that cloud anymore. Not much to see. The trail has been pretty rocky, and yeah, now it's not so much, but it's making for a nice cool day, that's for sure. Yeah, so I think next mountain, hopefully we'll be past this group of clouds here, and I can show you some. Hour and 32 minutes in, just made it into Low Gap, 4.5 miles from the car, something like that. So the sign right here behind me, Low Gap Shelter, is just up this trail, and there's some water. So that is north. Gonna keep trucking. Legs are feeling good. Yeah, no reason to stop. I did kind of a working lunch and just kind of ate while I was walking, and yeah, it was did a complete cookie of peanut butter, Lenny and Larry's. They're great. They're like 450 calories, and it's a peanut butter cookie, so they're pretty amazing. I love them. Yeah, not too much going on, just still pretty windy. Hopefully you can't hear too much of that. Yeah, check back in a little bit. A little less than 2.5 from Blue Mountain Shelter. Just, I don't know, there was a little pretty good climb up before this little junction here. So it looks like Jack's Gap Trail heads up that way on the Blue Blaze, and I guess down that way, and there's north to Chattahoochee Gap. So yeah, the weather is not changing today. Looks like this is just what it's gonna be. So yeah, so much for any kind of views or anything like that, but onward to Blue Mountain Shelter, and I'll check back in. We'll see where we stand there. All right, found some water. It was the slowest trickling water ever, and this is Blue Mountain Shelter. Met another hiker named Tom, and his dog Dixie is supposed to be here, and I think there's Dixie right there. Hey puppy. So this is gonna be camp for the night. Pretty nice. All right. Check back in here in a little bit, shelter looks pretty nice. There's some books. Platform says sleeping for like 7. And then a little table. So, yeah, very cool.